Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And people, days like this are the reason we say Mondays are our Saturdays. Steve Rummage is back in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
It's good to be back, man. No, it's not good to be back. I would rather be back in Florida.
You don't start your week with a lie.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to make sure that we do this. I will move to Florida within the next 2 years, probably. So enjoy me while you can, or don't. That's fine. If you hate me, then it'll be something for you to celebrate.
Better for you.
Yeah, so there's that is going on. We have basketball to chat about, football to chat about. We got a little bit of everything, man. So it's good, but it is good to see your all's faces again. We have a tomorrow. I'll actually be on. I'll be not calling in. I'll be doing the show on the phone because we have a couple new additions to the family coming tomorrow. Yeah. So the wife has a surgery scheduled for tomorrow. So, so a couple new
Nikki V,
couple new rummages.
They want the boot.
Nikki, what's good, my man?
Oh man,
Abort.
I can't leave her side, while we do that. So.
Steve Escobar back.
I'm back from Miami.
Man, I had a rough weekend, boys, but I feel not a fun rough weekend.
I'm gonna start keeping count of your rough weekends and rough evenings compared to your happy, enjoyable, all good weekends.
It was a good
days.
weekend because I took, I was feeling crappy, so I took Sunday and did nothing. I binged the entire season of Cobra Kai. I did some minor errands, listened to some football, just sat in my car and listened to football. I was like an old man, listening to it on the radio. I did that for like literally an hour.
I scroll and sit in my car sometimes.
Do what?
I scroll and sit in my car.
Yes, that's what
sometimes.
I did. Yeah, I went and got some groceries, parked outside, and listened to the end of the Niners.
Sometimes I just get my heat going, and it's like, here's the problem. I hear about people who do that, who don't like going into their house because the kids are going to bother them or the family's going to bother. There's a irritant in the house. I do that when there's nobody in my house.
Yeah.
I still sit. I guess it's the warm cocoon nature of the car.
And you have the radio there, so I got one little bit of media, and then I'm scrolling through my phone doing it. That's exactly what I did. And I did that for like an hour. Then I went inside. And I tried to find an illegal stream for the Chargers game, and failed at it, but was enjoying all the tweets on it.
Who do you reach out to when you're looking for a legal stream?
Well, see, I'm prideful because I usually know I can get it myself. I have a Bill Sport is usually my go-to. And then
he just set you up for information is all he did.
You know who actually passed that along to me?
I'm listening.
Johnny Sales.
Really?
Johnny effing Sales.
Wow.
So yeah.
The plug.
So usually that works, but it didn't. And by the time I found one that worked, the game had ended, and evidently I missed the greatest game in the history of games. But there's what it is.
There's somebody who's incredibly offended that you didn't list him as the go-to guy for illegal streams, and he works in this building. And I'm not saying his name on air.
It's Phil Baker.
It's Phil Baker. We all know.
Phil's the worst.
Fabulous.
No, he's the best.
No, I know.
We need to give him a nickname.
I just like. Or something. I like to make sure I point stuff like that out because I'm still proving my point that like Phil is like an underground like drug lord or something. Yeah. So somebody said South Tampa's the move. Okay, I feel it. I did go to Hollywood Beach, which by the way was freaking amazing. It's beautiful. First time I ever been there.
Well,
I will go back
since I know this free agent. This recent free agent is going to be open to the market. Yeah. Now Google how much.
Well, he's got. Well, no, it's
starting middle linebacker. average salary
is in Jacksonville, Tampa, or Miami.
Ooh.
He could go to one of those places.
Ooh. Y'all do know I'm going, right?
Oh no, I'm
Just real contract. I'm going.
Yeah.
He gets a starting contract. I'm leaving.
yeah.
No, 93.9 the Cane. Both of y'all can go.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna miss the hell out of you, but
No,
all I
you'll
know
be
is middays
fine.
with Nikki V.
No,
on
listen,
93.9 The
listen.
Bill, so, you know.
It's one of those things, Nikki, where you say, don't cry because it's over.
Yeah, because it happened.
Because it happened.
Right.
Yeah. Like, y'all, be happy for me. It's just, I'm going on to greener pastures.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Steve, your weekend, you got your, okay, we got football. We got a new hiring. And
Had an interesting flight home.
just drop that in there. What was your flight like, Steve? I mean, being that, you know, you usually have a lot of anxiety, it would be, I mean, you know, sometimes it's like you need somebody to calm your nerves or something when you go flying and you just run into random people.
Well, listen, I don't, you know, of course I love flying now. I thought it's a beautiful thing.
I sat 3 spots in front of 2 short.
Really?
It was
That's amazing.
It was the best moment. Basketball players, Reese Gaines, confirm this story right now. We are coming back from Alabama, Birmingham, right? We're catching a flight. Our team, our basketball team.
Okay.
Listen, bunch of big ass kids. Hey, y'all, that's too short. That's too short. Okay, so we're whispering. And keep in mind, you have to appreciate, we're kids. Like, when we see somebody like too short, we're kids.
Right.
But too short is around a bunch of 6'8" and 6'4" and 6 foot, and he's like, Jesus Christ, like, who are these giants around here? You know, but we're like, you know, we're giggling like we're kids. That's too short. and listen, and I think it was me and Rashad Brooks, I think, was sitting beside me or across the aisle, but we were right there, right? But we were still debating if it was really him or not. And they were giving him problems getting on the plane. Like they were about to not let Too Short on this flight, right? Yeah. And then he got on the flight and we're still, is that him? I know that's him. Oh. And you know what he says? Don't believe the hype. I told you. just that Cali, Oakland, Cali boys. He said that, and we just all was like, yeah, you know, you can hear the collective gasping of the team.
Oh, absolutely.
So
that's amazing.
So that was my right.
I've never heard that story.
That was my interesting flight backstory. I mean, who would you fly with? Who would you sit next to?
Nick, who would be if Steve Rummage was on a flight home?
And,
what would
and really think about this, Nikki?
Now I'm
take what you know about Steve.
I'm locked in to a capsule in the air for about 2 hours, and everybody knows, you know, look, what happens on flight? Nobody's got cell service. Nobody's writing anything down, so you get your most intimate conversations on a flight, right? Or you can, you know, because it's like, hey, man, there's nothing going to come from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're up in the air, okay?
Yeah.
Who would be the most to sit right next to Steve Rummage on a flight home from Fort Lauderdale, Florida?
Can I guess the initials?
No, just say the name.
Say a name.
Dino Gaudio.
That's
told
funny.
You all about his side of the story, and you left with a more balanced perspective.
You're so short-minded.
Thomas Jurich.
That was a good one.
That's a good
one. Really? It was. I really thought I was.
That's a good one. No, that's
a
good
guess.
That would be a good one.
I thought that was the even money favorite.
No, that was a good one.
Damn. All right. Well, I got my snarky answer and I got my real one. Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Imagine Steve Rummage flying home with a Brom.
Oh, holy!
You weren't ready for that?
No.
Wouldn't it be interesting?
How long is the flight? Is it more than 4 hours?
If God placed us on a flight together and said, "You two talk," I don't kiss and tell.
Steve sat next to Brom.
Wait, which one? Brian, Jeff,
It's not important.
Greg?
It wasn't his granddad.
We'll say it might have been more than one, and it wasn't Greg. And it wasn't
Jeff.
Oscar.
Oh,
Listen,
that was awesome.
I'm not gonna kiss and tell because of what was said on that plane. But we need that family back in Louisville. And
just let that be.
And after, I'm gonna leave it at that. And after that flight, I will literally look you right in the face and say, "Kiss my bare rear end," if you don't like me saying it.
No, I've told everybody, like, get over it.
Yeah,
Get over that. You know, this is something you're gonna have to hear about,
Mhm.
and you're the one that's not the fan if you have a problem with that.
yeah.
Like, you have a personal axe to grind. You know, in that whole conversation. Okay, football. I don't know if this is going to be a huge conversation or miniature.
Let's not start here.
Okay.
I think we should start with basketball.
Okay.
What do you think? See, I think we should start because
All right, let's start with that's fine.
because what I want to say about football, I think it would be doing or I think it would be doing a disservice to start there.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. 30. Where the hell was I gonna say? You know what I was getting ready to say?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say 37-30 lost to Florida State.
That would be a sucky game.
Do you know why I was thinking that?
No.
The Lions beat the Packers 37-30. And I just crashed two thoughts. Like, I couldn't have crashed those random thoughts any harder. Very depressing, disappointing loss to Florida State.
Yeah.
But I want to give this disclaimer before we even go down the road of this conversation.
Okay.
I'm in the mood to talk basketball, right? I am in the mood to talk real basketball.
Yeah.
I am not interested in analytics and records and jobs and futures bets and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to talk basketball and the product, right?
Okay.
Like I said, when I'm not doing the analytics as a tool or as a weapon, I'm not doing any of that conversation, or I'm going to try my best not to. The important thing for my Monday is the product of the basketball. And that's where we'll start.
Okay.
Florida State, I will say this. This was an incredibly disappointing loss. It was a gut punch to myself, and I believe the fan base, and I believe a lot of former players, that I've talked to. This was a big time gut punch.
I think it was disappointing too because Florida State and me and you have been on the front of this train. I think over even like before they got in, right, the year or two before they got into like the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, wait a minute, this Florida State thing's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have lottery picks running around everywhere. And
yeah, like even when Coach Pitino was playing them, we were like, you can go down there and get busted.
Yeah,
because they have some players.
Well, and this year, and this is where I was going with that, why it was disappointing. From the tip, I was on the phone with you. Three possessions in. Not saying they don't have some talented dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got a guy like Cleveland, that'd probably be a lottery pick, whatever. But it was like, this ain't the same Florida State over the last couple years. I mean, same mold, but
the same look.
Yeah,
they were more the look. They weren't even the same Florida attitude.
No,
Florida State attitude.
No, I when that game started, I mean, I'm not going to rewrite history. I told you on the phone, I was like, we're going to kill this thing.
No, and listen, but here's the thing. When I watched them play other teams, it was the look and style that gave me a little PTSD.
Yeah.
Because they were doing the same isolation, but this is why I say context matters. Because when I watched condensed versions and saw the way they were scoring, I was like, man, this is one-on-one, get buckets. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to bully our guys, but I didn't see their defense. I didn't see their turnovers. I didn't see all that stuff that you don't get to see in condensed games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, when I saw the first couple of minutes in person, I'm like, oh no. Oh, Mac, baby, this is your night. This is your time to shine.
Yeah.
This is your
quickly.
Yeah, this is your moment.
I agree.
I mean, we knew going into it. And here's the thing, Steve. The reason I was so excited about this being his moment to shine is because I know, or I'd like to think, that you have a bone to pick with FSU. Like, because of your games that you had with them, I would have thought you had these guys charged up for this Florida State team. Almost like not really looking at the team that's on the court, but just making them the Monstars in the team's eyes. Like getting them worked up for this game, preparing for them like this is a big moment.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I didn't get it out of him. And just so many things got exposed in this game and when I say exposed, things that weren't Florida State game centric. I learned personalities.
And a couple things that were.
Go ahead.
With him in particular.
With Coach?
Yeah. I thought Coach had a and again, let me do my disclaimer before we get into this, because I do think that football is bleeding into basketball. So in football, I think I was pretty clear. I don't think he's a guy. I think we should have fired him this year. I think we will after the end of next year. It's kind of where I'm at with that. Whatever, blah. That's why I didn't want to start with football. Okay. Yep. But with basketball, I like what you've put together with next year's class already.
I like what you put together with this roster.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, I think this is a good roster, which is why we're angry. And we're going to get to this in a second. I think there's a core there. My whole point is, I want to be clear. I'm not totally on the like, okay, you're out after this year. You might be. That's what we're going to find out over the next couple months.
Right.
But so I just wanted that to be the perspective of where I'm coming from in this conversation today. When I say things like there were some decisions that he made that I think felt a little bit like it reminded Louisville fans of a few months ago when we were looking at a staff going, if you rush 3, you're going to get beat. If you rush 3, you're going to get beat. Hey, if we keep rushing 3, we're up 30, but if we keep rushing 3, we're going to get beat. Oh, okay. And then game 5 is like, well, hell, I think we should rush 4. Really? Really? Just to go back to doing it the other way. There was a moment in that game where Louisville fans. What?
Oh, God, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going, Steve.
There was Louisville fans don't. Okay, football, that pisses us off. But let's be clear. Football and basketball are 2 separate fan bases here at this university. Not the same people, but we're like 2 different types of people.
Yeah, because you're at a different level.
Yes, yeah. We are Bama.
Yeah.
And Georgia and, in basketball, like in football, we're whatever, you're expendable. I'll kick you out like that. Like if you act stupid, I'll treat you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
I love not calling them stupid, but you know what I'm saying? So like, well, I guess I am, but it was, it was one of those things where we're coming down towards the end of the first half. I'm on the phone with Marcus Maben. The conversation's going like this.
And Nikki, I do want you to hear this one.
I'm on the phone with Maben towards the end of the first half. Marcus and I are saying, this is a good energy lineup. It's a good energy lineup right here. Florida State had kind of went up 2 or 3, or had went up 5, but it was the end of the first half. It was L. Ellis. It was Mason Faulkner. It was Sidney Curry.
They were attacking the basket.
Yeah.
They were putting Florida State on their heels.
I believe it was Sam and somebody else. might have been Cross. I can't remember, but it was like, we were like, this is a good energy lineup. We like this. Louisville gets a stop. Boom. We go down. We get an and one. Okay. It's kind of like, all right, now it's a 2-point game.
It may have been Dre Davis in there.
Might have been Dre.
Yeah,
it might have been Dre. The point is, there was 3. And they're going to be for Steve Rummage, they're going to be the focus of the show. Mason Faulkner, L. Ellis, Sidney Curry. I will get to that as the show goes on. Coach Mack, all of a sudden, I look over and I see Jalen Withers. And
No. I don't want you to skip it. I think there was a moment where like the whistle blew or something.
Yeah.
And we were like, you better not.
Yeah.
We were like, Coach, you better not.
On the phone, we literally to each other said, and this is my point. This is what every Louisville fan watching the game said. You better not bring that in. And we didn't even know who was there. And it was Malik Williams
and Jalen Withers
for Sidney Curry. And I believe it was L. Ellis.
No!
It might have been Mason.
Please!
Right.
It was L. Ellis, I think. Either way, it was.
Point being, like that.
Back to
Bad
9.
defense, bucket, Malik Williams, fadeaway 3, air ball.
Malik
ball,
Williams doesn't get on the ground.
Malik Williams doesn't get on the ground. They get a ball back. Boom, boom, boom. We're down 10 within a minute and a half. And it's right.
No, not this guy.
It's like Louisville fans don't like it when we go, we literally could have told you that. I could have made that decision. That was a terrible decision.
That was just a bad decision.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though? Like, sometimes as fans, we can say, all right, we're mad at this decision.
But we do know how to give the coach credit for knowing more than us.
Sure.
We do know
that's what I was trying to say.
No.
You say it because you said it better than me. That was good.
We know how to give credit and say, well, he's the coach and he knows better. And then you're like, no. You don't know
better than us on this one.
Yes, you're right.
Because this is bad.
Yeah, no. Period. And then late, we watched Sydney minute after minute after minute after minute. And now you're like, oh God, he's going to get tired. He's going to get tired now. You know what I'm saying? Because now he hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he's down in Florida State and we find out who the dogs are, right? And then we start going to big picture themes of this basketball team.
Yep.
And this game, you discovered something about this team and the theme of the team and what we are comprised of, and a light switch goes on. And this light switch is going to be the difference between everything about this team moving forward. And I'll tell you after the commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
As a Shane Company jewelry consultant, I get to work with couples looking for their dream engagement ring. Many feel overwhelmed. They just don't know where to start. And that's what I love about my job. I get to make this important experience fun and easy. We don't work on commission, so there's no pressure. When you visit, first, I'll want to know, what are your ideas for your dream ring? What fits your lifestyle, your personality, your budget? Then we'll go from there. We'll look at ring settings and I'll show you options for the center stone. For example, if you choose a classic solitaire ring setting, I can show you how it'll look with different center stones, like a pear-shaped diamond or an oval pink sapphire. We have all shapes, colors, and sizes. If you're going for a big look with lots of sparkle, I can show you our halo ring settings. Or if you want a ring that's ready to go, we can look at our perfectly preset styles. Visit your friends. We're in this together.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529, offices Louisville.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby! They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantonis this holiday season. Milantoni, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
The College Football National Championship, presented by AT&T.
I was made for this. 60 minutes of hell. I was made for this. And that's the way we like it.
Kirby Smart and third-ranked Georgia face number 1 Alabama, who's looking to repeat as national champions.
It's not really about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get it.
Coverage begins tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680 and 105.7 and 8 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville.
This is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
That's right. Album number 10. Short dogs in the house. It's getting close to the end, y'all.
My man.
Hey, Marcus. Hey, Steve.
What's up,
What's
man?
up, Lawrence?
Marcus, we talked about this on Saturday night. Loyalty to certain players on this team will cost Louisville games and the chance to go to the tournament this year. It's that simple. Because we see who are dogs on this team. We see who are not dogs, who are not willing to sacrifice on that court. And it's going to cost Chris Mack if Chris Mack's going to change the way he's doing things right now.
Well, Lawrence, man, I appreciate the call. That's kind of going into the conversation we got to have. Now people have ideologies, right? But your ideologies have got to be malleable to fit the world you live in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had to make the King James version to adapt to, to the world we live in. I think we saw a moment where you said, okay, coach, there has to be adaptation here to your principle, a mainstay principle of yours. Now, Lawrence says dogs, dogs. Now, it's easy to look at somebody and have a good game, say he's a dog. And I have been figuring this thing out. I wanted to make sure it sounded like critique.
Yeah.
Nikki was here when I realized that Malik Williams against Georgia Tech, we were excited. He's playing like a big man. We thought he turned the corner. We thought the dog came out. Then he had a good game against Wake Forest. And when, it's kind of like, man, he looks like he's kind of turning the corner, but there was still that one question that I had in the back of my mind, and he eventually came to light. I think at the Pittsburgh, I said, Malik is a front runner when he knows there's not a threat out there to block his shot. Okay, now this was just these small little discoveries, where I'm just saying, I psychologically recognize that issue now. That's your issue. Sometimes it was hard to pin down if Jared West has a blind spot, a big time blind spot, or but you could, every time I say critique, I say, it's a little something that worries me in the personality. So these are things like I take months and months to try to, before I even say it out loud, but they're in the back of my mind when I see them. You and I talk about them, but I hold off before I, take them to panic level. Okay, so Coach Mack, our fan base, this is back to what your point. You don't like when your fan base is just right.
Mm-hmm.
And our fan base, and this happens everywhere, Kentucky, you should be playing Allen more. You should be playing Allen more. Then Allen gets in the game and goes for 25. And then it puts the coach in a position where you're almost hoping Allen doesn't ball out next game.
Yeah.
So you don't look bad. I'm just using Dante Allen as an example of universal agreement in this principle, right? So I understand that puts the coach in a tough predicament, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the crowd, when the mob is clamoring. Here's the problem with this team. There's not a one guy that we're clamoring for. We're clamoring for multiple guys because we've seen multiple guys play.
Yeah.
Which is a little different from most mob mentality. Everybody wants a shiny new toy most of the time. No.
You got one guy you're focused on.
Yeah, right. This has been, hey, these guys are not consistently better than these guys. Mm-hmm. I'm watching you pull this guy for that mistake, and I'm watching you leave that guy in for that mistake. And here's the thing. I'm fine with that because coach's philosophy is about building trust. At this point in the season, I trust the mistakes that are coming out of the guys you trust are going to play well. We've watched enough bad play out of your starters or out of the guys you trust the most to say, I trust. Right now, Jalen Wood is going to come and screw this up. I trust him. I trusted that. I trusted that he wasn't ready for this game. I've seen him against Florida State. I've seen him against guys bigger than him. I've seen the way Malik starts shooting that 17, 18-footer where he's an absolute zero threat around the basket against guys that are as big as him. I trust that Malik is not going to give us anything in the paint. When I watched him get subbed back in, I'm still just critiquing and I'm figuring out the philosophy. And it goes back to this statement of Coach Mack. Guys got to earn it in practice. Right?
Yeah.
And you and I, sometimes, like I said, emotional fan base, they don't give this pass. I feel you, Coach. We're not in practice. We're not in practice. So you see something in practice that we don't see, but we see something you don't see. Because we only see games. We see the attitude of the gamer.
Yeah.
The practice blinds you, coach.
Mm-hmm.
The practice don't blind us.
Yeah.
When you're in a game, you're competing against people you've never seen before, or guys that you can't figure out in practice. You can't. Okay, look, Steve. Okay, two players are friends on the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually one of them's kind of more the alpha, and one of them is not. They go out and hang out together. And okay, I'll make an example. It's a random example. Matt Cross and Noah Locke hang out together, right? When they're out and about, Matt Cross is always making fun of Noah Locke, kind of, oh man, bumping him, just big brother, little brother stuff.
Yeah,
right. They do that to each other. No, better example: Malik Williams and Jalen Withers. They hang out, but Malik's the OG, so he can punk Jalen when they're out and about. They work out together. Hey man, come on, let's go. You can punk Jalen Withers. They're both talented. To us, they both got game. But here's the thing: in practice, Malik is dominating these guys. So coach is getting all this consistency and all this good practice and good play because Jalen. You can bully Jalen. These guys. You can bully him in practice. You can do that. But when you get outside of the bubble of practice against opponents that can challenge you, listen. The coach doesn't sub you based on your game mistakes. He's subbing you based on you beating up on everybody in practice, which means he's not subbing you according to your mistakes. The fans see just that. We see L. Ellis, even when he screws up, he's the only one attacking. Look, it gives me a little small flashback. I was trying to, I was freshman, sophomore, starting varsity. One of the guys thought I was shooting too much. We were getting blown out, something. But I was attacking, trying to get us back in the game. The guy wanted us to run the play so he can get the wide open shot. And I'm like, dude, we're getting blown out. Like, is that what you're worried about right now? Point being, we see Ellis in the way he attacks. We see Sidney Curry in the way he attacks people's bodies.
Yeah.
When he power dribbles, I'm sure Malik is wasting him in practice. But when there's an opponent that you've never seen before, do you have that same energy? Ellis has that energy. Sidney Curry has that energy. Matt Cross has that energy. DeAndre Davis has that energy. You know what I'm saying? They might not be the best. Listen, I've seen Roosevelt Wheeler.
Yeah.
We see Roosevelt Wheeler is not intimidated by big man opponents psychologically. And coach, we all have seen that attitude of aggression. We've watched Jalen fold that, we've watched him. Did you see that pass that Sidney Curry, after he had scored about 8 points, he's a magnet. He drew people. He made the nicest inside bounce pass to Jalen Withers. And you and I both, the moment we couldn't believe that was even a pass. And we saw Jalen going up, and what we saw out of Jalen Withers on that play.
Yeah.
We've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Jalen, you're not going to go up strong.
No. And what you're saying is a harsh truth, but this team is starting to be separated. It's a big roster. Okay. It's a big roster from top to bottom.
It's a big roster.
14 guys, 13, 14 guys that are depth. But to me, what we're starting to see is the separation. Mason to the front, L to the front, Sidney to the front.
And in-game separation.
Yeah.
In-game.
Matt Cross. Like Matt Cross missed, because the difference for me is Matt Cross misses those threes in the corner. He missed 3. You got to hit those.
Yeah.
At least 1 or 2.
Yep.
You have to hit those.
Yep.
But Matt Cross gives you so much else. Noah Locke at this point, to me, has turned into 8-9 guy who it's like, if he's hitting, he plays. If not, he sits. Pretty much it. I mean, I think that's where I'm at with him. Like, if he's hitting threes, play him. If he's not, just set him. I mean,
because he is not causing turnovers.
Yeah. He's doing nothing.
Yeah, and he's
getting picked on.
He's getting picked on.
Yeah.
He cannot get around his man. You cannot. Okay, coach wants space.
Mm-hmm.
Space is only good if you can get to the basket. That's what space is for.
Yeah.
Coach says spacing. Spacing is made because Division I guards have got to be able to get around other Division I guards if you want to play for Louisville.
Yeah.
Noah, you got maybe to the basket one time.
He can't get around anybody.
You cannot get around anybody. Coach, I'm sure in the confines and the comfort of the Keeper Center, he's awesome.
Uh-huh.
But in the game against opponents that you're not comfortable with, you can't get around anybody.
No.
And we watched it.
Yeah. And there's guys that can. And I would rather live or die with shrinking this roster up. And it might hurt some feelings. But it's like, listen, I'm shrinking this thing down to 7 or so.
See, and you're
7, 8, and I'm rolling.
That's a debate.
Yeah.
Listen, I will debate you on that one.
Yeah.
Because I will say you can expand, but substitute according to what you can do on the court.
Well, I'm shuffling the whole thing, though. Like, is what I mean is I'm shuffling the whole thing. Like, it's almost like, okay, I'm taking some of these cards that are in the front, I'm putting them now.
Yes.
Look, now you're gonna have to get used to like Noah. You're gonna have to get used to now. You're like 8-9. You're not 1.
Okay, Sam is a great example.
Uh-huh.
Sam, you could see. Did you see the energy Sam was playing with down the stretch at the end of the game?
Yeah.
You know why?
I didn't think Sam was that bad.
You know why? Because coach was treating Sam like a 7, 8, 9 guy instead of treating him like a 1, 2. Now, to his credit, I will say this. To coach's credit, you saw L. Ellis.
Yeah.
You saw I'm sorry. You saw Jared West. And you knew he punked out. And I punked out. I shouldn't say that word. That's me. I was getting a little basketball-y. Sorry, Jared. We were on the court, I would be telling you that.
No.
We were on the court together. But because I'm in a position of critique, an OG critique, I'll say, Jared West, you were extremely intimidated on that court. And it was apparent. And you cannot be, you've been your same height all your life, Steve's favorite line. You've been your size all your life. It's okay that was a 7'4" guy that got you. That was a bad take. But Jared West, you got to be able to be effective on a court against Florida State, or you cannot be our starting point guard. If we have to worry about that Florida State team and you being intimidated by that team, you cannot be our point guard or our starting reliable 30-minute game. Like your defense, you didn't even use your defensive. You weren't going for steals. You didn't use your skill set. Your eyes were as big as golf balls.
Yeah.
And everybody could see it. Coach did see it too. But coach, game after game after game where we had dominant teams and you didn't run the substitution patterns, Sidney Curry should have been miles better than, by now. But again, you have substituted based on your practice trust, and the fans and all the former players and all the ghosts of past players, everybody could see the personalities of the tough players. And Roosevelt, like I said, Roosevelt and Sidney and Gabe, we see they're competitive against everybody. We saw Gabe come in against Wisconsin when most of our team was intimidated after they got the lead and be the toughest guy on our court. Mm-hmm. When you have a roster of that level of tough guys, you cannot baby. Not baby. I'm using these words. I'm trying not to, Steve.
Yeah.
You cannot coddle.
Yeah.
Jalen Withers' personality, Malik's personality, Sam saw that you treated him like a 7, 8, 9, and he played because he wanted to help that team that was out there fighting.
Yeah.
When Sam got back in that game and he saw the way Ellis was attacking the basket,
I gained a lot
and
for Sam,
and
man.
Matt Cross
Yeah.
was attacking that
I
basket.
agree.
They weren't going to settle for any bad shot. Matt Cross, that's why he missed it, because he's just like, I don't want to let my guys down. Like that's what he looked like. He's like, I gotta hit this shot for the guys.
Well, I even like his reaction after he missed. God, I mean, I hate it. I mean, at the time, but man, he misses that third one, and just the way he was just. I mean, he was like,
but we've been saying that about him.
He's always been demonstrative.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's like both. I think one of his best like strengths and weaknesses. He's out there like angry. He wants to. Like Pop says, he's one half of a collision looking for the other. But the other hand is sometimes that collision is within himself.
But I like that he understands the moment, though. I will say that. Like, he knows, but I can live with,
he understands
hey,
his role.
man, 3 open threes, you got to hit one of them. I can do that. Now, if he was doing nothing else, like I feel like Noah Locke's doing right now, I would say, hey, Matt, you got to go too. You've lost. But it's like, okay, but I saw Matt Cross on the floor 3 or 4 times. Matt goes and misses a shot, dives on the floor, tosses one over his head, perfect bounce pass.
Yeah, to Ellis.
Starts a fast break. Like, he's doing so much else that it's like, okay,
just hit the shot.
Yeah, hit your shots, man. Like, we need that from you, because I mean, there was a chance there.
Enable. Is that what the text says at the top?
Yeah.
That's a thank you for that one.
Yeah,
thank you for that one.
That's a better one.
I'll take the phone call real quick. Green Bay Denny, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
It's been a while, fellas. It's been a while. I listen every day. I just don't have a chance to get on the phone like I used to. I don't know where I want to start. I don't know if I want to just bring up the number 1 seed in the NFC, but I really want to talk about my Cardinals. You've never been where you just feel like, hey, I care, but I don't care. I just feel like our fan base is there.
That's not where the fan base is at all. At all. They care
Marcus?
Listen, I'm on these text lines. I'm on everything. They care. The fan base cares a lot. That's a misnomer right there.
Well, let me preface it this way: we care, but we don't feel like we could change anything. You know what I mean? Because we feel like that way with the football team, and now we got this. And I know we're talking about the players on the team, and this is the team we got, right? But I only see maybe 1 or 2 players on this team. There's no 5s on this team. There's no 5s on this team. There's no 2s on this team. There's no players that just go and say, I like Malik, but my gosh, I still think he's playing hurt. I just don't know. I don't know how to feel anymore. I just feel numb to it all. It's like I don't expect us to. I guess where I'm at is I don't go into any game anymore going, we're going to kill this team. And that's just a crazy place to be. But just wanted to tell you guys, I listen all the time. Steve, you made a great tweet about fall and, coming fall and winter where the fan base might be with the fans teams. And I don't know. I just feel sick to my stomach because I never thought it would be this way for either both of those programs, at least at the same time. So I'll get off here and keep listening. Appreciate you guys so much.
Denny, I appreciate that call too. I know I was bitey with that because
no, but I think that's where the football side of things is bleeding in, because I do think that's how a lot of people feel in the football side of things. Like, we're just helpless. They're not gonna fire anybody. They're not gonna make any changes. They're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna sit through this next year. Like, and it's like the basketball side of things, like, for one,
because one game can change. Like, playing Sydney, if you get that win, you get that win out of Sydney Curry, you've changed your trajectory.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If Matt Cross hits those 3s, you've changed your trajectory. Because now it's almost like again, it's not a good place to be when the fans are right. It's a tough place to be when the fans have been clamoring for Sydney Curry to play, and you needed Sydney Curry, and we saw you needed him, and we saw you needed him when we were winning. That's the frustrating thing.
Yeah.
You needed Rose when we were winning. We needed Rose against against the Furmans, and when you didn't play them the entire time. We needed them to be getting experience and minutes and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we saw it. And it all came, like I said, it all came to a head in that Florida State game. That's a frustrating thing.
I agree.
And Denny, I know what you're saying, Denny, but I'm defensive of the I don't care, so nobody should care. So no, we all don't care.
That's like this text right here. It says fan base is apathetic. You don't text in to say you're apathetic. It's like you don't call in to say I don't even care. No.
So you don't call your
You
ex-girlfriend
can tell.
Hey, I moved on. I've totally moved on.
We can tell when people really do not care because this text line is dead. And we reached that point a couple times this last fall season where it was like, we lost.
Kind of scary.
I don't think anybody cares.
We got anything going on over there on the text line?
Yeah.
It's like, no, Marcus, we don't.
Yeah, it's like you don't.
Difficult team to finish against because of their size. He can shoot the ball. He's got confidence, no doubt. But he's got to continue to up the defensive end. Then he can't have those careless turnovers that every once in a while have plagued him. He's done a really good job the last two games of being a more mature player and really taking advantage of the opportunity and earning trust from his teammates and his coaching staff.
Other scores, number 18 UK topping Georgia 92-77. IU today beat Minnesota 73-60. Bellarmine beats Eastern Kentucky at Freedom Hall 66-60. To the gridiron, bad news in the NFL for the Colts and Ravens. They both fail to make the playoffs. Colts falling 26-11 to the Jags, making Patty Ice sad and Jason Entz very happy. The Ravens, they fell 16-13 to the Steelers. Good news, the Bengals lost the Battle of Ohio to Cleveland 21-16, but they're still set to face the Raiders in a wild card matchup. Titans, they lock up the overall 1 seed in the AFC after beating Tennessee 28-25. To college, ESPN's Adam Rittenberg reporting IU defensive line coach Chad Wilt has been upgraded to defensive coordinator. He replaces Charlton Warren, who left for a co-DC role at North Carolina. The SportsCenter update also brought to you by Ale 81, Kentucky's original ginger soft drink since 1926. More middays coming up next. This is SportsCenter.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
If you hear basketball is bouncing, that must be the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18-month special financing along with a 10-year parts and labor warranty when you buy a complete Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
DraftKings Sportsbook has an unbelievable offer to get all fans in on the action for this exciting time on the football calendar. New customers can bet just $5 on any football team to win their game, and if they do, you win $200 in free bets. So let's wind down the season with a big win. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on football with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WLCL. Bet just $5 on any football team, college or pro, and win $200 in free bets if they're victorious. That's code WLCL this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Indiana only, new customers only, restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Complete your plumbing project right now with help from Menards. Get a new water softener to make sure you have softer skin and cleaner clothes with Water Boss. A compact 40,000 grain Water Boss water softener will eliminate hard water. It saves you money by using less water and less salt too. Reduce chlorine, bad taste, and odor from your water with a Water Boss water softener. Save big money on one right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's a new year. Time for a fresh start. Why not treat yourself to something special? Fine jewelry from Shane Company. Our design team is constantly finding inspiration around the world, filling their sketchbooks with ideas and creating new looks just for you. We'd love to show you our beautiful selection. We have all the essentials, timeless styles you can wear every day. Diamond pendants, stud earrings, tennis bracelets, fine jewelry with cultured pearls, and more. We also have exciting new styles arriving all the time. There are so many options. You can create a unique earring stack, layer rings, or build a charm necklace that tells your story. Whatever price range you're thinking about, we have something special for you. Come in and see us anytime, or set up an in-store or virtual appointment to meet with one of our expert non-commissioned jewelry consultants. Have some fun and treat yourself.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Download the ESPN Louisville app. Search ESPN Louisville for streaming, podcasts, and the latest program schedule.
It's the new year. That means change is here. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance. And in 2022, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby! They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta Milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantoni's this holiday season. Milantoni's, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
no. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh no. I can feel it coming in the air. Oh no. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Online at dfhcompany.com. Inquire about the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for your hard to heat or hard to cool room in your home. So 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Yeah, well, my email is a little messed up right now, so I'll get something here in a little bit.
All right, I found it. Wait. Come on. I mean,
man, you really crap down your leg on that one, dude.
a little bit. But I told you, I was in a Cobra Kai mood, and that was like the theme song from last season.
Do you know how much time it is from the opening of that song to the drum?
See, I moved it up too, so I really thought I was gonna be close to it, but no, it's at 3:30, by the way.
I think the fan base was enjoying the two shorts, and you went to
Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai never
Phil
dies.
Collins.
I'm on
Hey, that's actually the Proto Men. It's their remixed version of it. So
what's it called?
I don't know who the hell the Proto Men are, but there you go.
Hijackers of the song.
I'm on season 4 of Yellowstone now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I had to move over from the Peacock app to my YouTube TV. So yeah, because they didn't have season 4. So I started season 4 last night. I laid in bed last night. Listen, I laid down with my son about 9:00. I went to sleep at, I think, 2, just laying there watching, finished up season 3. Yep. And then I was like, season 3 ended on such a hanger. I was like, I got to watch at least the first episode of season 4. I've got to know.
The last one that hooked me like that is Fargo.
Everybody says that. I need to check that out.
I don't watch TV.
Marcus, do you want to know the last thing I've saw before I went to sleep last night?
I'm listening.
This guy is standing in a river.
You're not spoiler?
No. This guy's standing in a river. This other man, I won't even use the name so that way I don't spoil it for people. If he walks down, he's got this lunch pail, and he's like, "Hey, they're into or whatever. He don't know who he is, stuff." So he goes, "Hey, I found this up on the road." He's a cowboy, real mean looking guy. Is this yours? Nah, it ain't mine. Nah, man, I think it's yours. And he starts walking down, and he's shaking this thing. He's like, "Are you sure this ain't yours?" "No, I think it's yours." And the guy's like, "Hey, man, no, it ain't mine." The guy in the river's a bad guy. No, it ain't mine, man. He walks in, he opens it up, and it's a freaking rattlesnake. So, like, he's shaking it the whole way down. So that thing just jumps right out, like right on his face, man, and bites him. Of course, it kills him. And I'm like, and that's how it ended. That episode ended. And I'm like, well, I can't sleep now. Because
rattlesnakes are going to get it.
I'm not a fan of snakes. And I'm like, now I'm going to dream. I'm going to have those dreams where like everywhere you step, there's snakes or something, you know, like, or spiders, whatever it is for you. I was like, so now like, I've got to watch something else. Like,
I don't get a lot of snakes in my dreams. I'm glad I don't.
I rarely do, but when you do, it's like those weird, like they're everywhere. And it's like, oh my God, everywhere I step.
But I do feel you. Like, I do always, anytime the snake enters a dream, I always got to like keep my neck down. Like, like maybe that's like the worst thought is a snake getting hold of my neck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like,
So just
I don't know why that spot, but it's like,
yeah, so that was
that's
like
my weak spot.
I saw like I was like, I'm gonna end on this episode. And I saw that and I'm like, well, I gotta watch something. So like I watched like some wrestling or something for a second. I was like, yeah, I can't go from that to bed. Clint Hurt, what about that? Bad did that.
What a segue.
Clint Hurt to they said Miami is Miami is talking to Clint Hurt.
Awesome. It's awesome, Steve.
Kentucky got an Ohio State transfer this morning.
Former 5-star.
It's awesome.
I had it in my sports center.
Well, thank you for not reading it.
Yeah.
Thank you for not reading it.
That's for the other side when I go down the hallway, and I'm not going to get jumped if I say that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I saw
Very
that
considerate.
Cristobal called Clint Hurt to be the defensive coordinator. Now, I don't know if he's going to do it, but that's in our conference. Like, if they get Clint Hurt,
you're going to see Clint Hurt in our conference.
Nobody from Miami's leaving Miami. And I was just in Miami, and those people are built like different human beings in South Florida. First time I'd ever been to South Florida, and I believe the hype. When you see these kids walking around, you're like, these are men. These are grown men that are 16.
No, I'm purposely going to be quiet for like 10 seconds.
That one hurt me. Because and it hurt a lot of people because I think there was a lot of people like, why don't we reach out to a guy like Clint Hurt? Oh yeah, I forgot. Brian Brown's your buddy. Well,
or the losers.
Well,
or the losers.
Clint Hurt. We've already Clint Hurt.
Just loser, whiner.
Does he fall into the Kelvin Sampson category of he did something bad, but it was really bad at the time? Like, I mean, it was like getting caught with like a dime bag.
You want to know?
Like nowadays, that's
now it wouldn't be as bad. Yeah.
Nikki, you want to know what my child
was? It like $2,500 or something like that?
It was something.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It was during the Nevin Shapiro thing, so a lot of times I think you tag Clint Hurt with some other things that was like immoral, but it was like the money, you know. So
well, I was just going for the the actual impermissible benefit.
Sure, which wouldn't be a big deal at all now.
Right, but that's right. There were some other stuff.
I want to get this thing back to basketball. You want to know?
I got the box score. I'm ready when you guys want to do grades.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. I wasn't gonna let this day go by without the grades.
Can I remind everybody real fast?
Go ahead.
Mill and Tony Monday.
Mill and Tony Monday.
Texter of the day. $25 gift card to Mill and Tony's. I'll be picking those up hopefully later this week. So all the guys who've won the past couple weeks can swing by. Grab
Best text gets the Mill and Tony's Mondays gift certificate today.
Ooh.
So fire in your best text. But let me tell a quick anecdote. Anecdote. Yes. It's what happened to me. The moment the game ended, my phone rings. And I'm telling you, when my phone rings after a loss, the moment it rings, somebody's getting ready to get cussed out. You know? Because I don't like people who don't text me often and just text me when the basketball game's on and we're losing. It's like, dude, you're not my friend if the only time you pop up is when my basketball team, because you know how pissed off I am.
Right.
And why would you even
I need that cool down period.
Yeah, like why would you even want to talk to me unless you enjoy talking to me when you know I'm pissed off? Now, like call me and offer to take me out for a drink or something. So this is for women too. Invite me to dinner or something. Like, don't call me when you see my team losing. Oh, I just wanted to know how you doing. You know how I'm doing. Why did you call me? What do you want? Okay, so you are aware the game's on. Oh, you are aware we're losing. And that's the time you decide to call me and see what I was doing? Don't call me when my team is losing. Unless you're saying, hey, I want to offer you something.
Right. Unless you're coming to me with like a solution or, something to
bearing
help,
gifts.
Right. Help alleviate
the
problem. Right.
Yes. Alleviate whatever problems that I have. Yes. You get
stress.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Built up energy.
Stress relief or feed me or inebriate me. Period. But anyway, my phone rings. Ring. I was on a 10 when I heard my phone ring, right? Because the game just ended. I look at it. It's Jalen. Okay. What do you want?
There are some exceptions.
Oh, and he'll tell you. I was like, my team sucks. That's how I answered the phone. Right? He said, I got the solution, Dad. This is what he said to me. I got the solution to your team. This is me assuming he just watched the game too. You know what he's doing? He's watching Auburn. He says, Dad, you know how you've been complaining about your team? He said, y'all should hire Bruce Pearl.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, I like Chris Mack.
I had to explain to my son. What it would be like if Bruce Pearl got mentioned at a job like this. Say no, because we have loser cannibals around here. That would say, oh, Bruce Pearl's been in trouble. Bruce Pearl has Auburn looking like Cameron Indoor of 94. That's what Auburn looked like. Somebody go watch 70 seconds of Auburn versus whoever they're playing. It looks like a madhouse. And you know what Jalen said? Bruce Pearl is different. Because Bruce Pearl was at Tennessee with Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I don't know, man. His swag is just on something else,
He's
like,
painting up for games.
Yeah, right.
And look, I mean, it was dumb. But to be in trouble and then just take a photo with the dude at a cookout, I'm sorry.
Listen,
there's a that's 99% dumb.
Remember what
1% swag.
Remember what Bruce Pearl told him? They were like, "Hey, we need you to talk to him." He was like, "Nah."
Until this day.
Nah.
Until this day.
He was like, or
I'm not gonna talk to anybody. So y'all gonna fire me, or we just want to take a
Okay,
year?
what are we gonna do?
Y'all don't want to take a year off?
Yeah, and
we'll just take 1 year off.
And you know
I'm not
what?
gonna recruit anybody this year.
And he's awesome. And he got the #1 draft pick on his team. And I had to explain to my son, no, son, because when we bring up names like Bruce Pearl and Kenny Payne and anybody else worth a damn, I want to be morally perfect. And I want you to go get Pastor Coach something. Just like, shut up. You need the most connected superstar attitude coaches in football and basketball. Because the coaches are the stars.
Who don't like Kenny Payne?
No, you work with him.
I like Kenny Payne.
As soon as his name comes through, there's just something about him.
He's black.
Is he?
Wow.
I don't like his connection. Yo, because that's what that means. And I hear it all the time, Nikki. Like I can literally see it on text. Like, there's just something about him.
Oh God, we really get those texts?
They won't say it.
I mean,
but by saying there's something about, like, I will look at you know how you play the resume game?
Right.
I'll give you this resume and that resume.
Yeah, blind resume.
And then when you unfold it, I don't know. I just gave you Kenny Payne. He's too, I don't know if he's smart enough.
Fine.
Yeah, right. And that's how I react. I'm just like, I'm not sitting around and arguing with people. They just said Kenny Payne might not be smart enough to be ahead, just like that kind of thing. So anyway, cheating swag and G-Mister, they're dominating. Auburn's dominating. They're gonna sweep Kentucky.
Yeah, Look, the teams that are quote unquote under the cloud that didn't fire their coach are doing just fine. Well, Arizona did fire their coach. They got a pretty good guy. They're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but the university's doing just fine.
Yeah.
No, ours had to go reorganize the board.
Yeah, if all that hadn't happened, we would be just rolling along.
Use your yums. Look, then you lost. Look, the most profitable thing that you had in the university. Tom Jurich did a business deal with the Yum Center and maybe we should undo that too. Who gave you that idea? Who thought that was a good idea? We saved the city. Who told you that? Who sold you that?
Save the city.
The city's going to go bankrupt without it. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to have to work harder and bring in good acts.
Well, listen, and let me say this too.
Sorry, y'all.
Because we haven't. I'm not saying we're letting Coach Mack go yet. It's just I'm not worried about Louisville. Like that's one thing I see people say, and I'm like, you're so wrong. Like, Louisville, we didn't even get a coach, a basketball coach. Somebody will leave their job and come and sit on probation for 3 years to coach here. Are you kidding me? That is, yeah. Like that's silly. Like that's silly talking. Oh no, man. I don't know we can get anybody.
Listen, as mad as we get, y'all really do need to just take one day and look at who we got coming in to the University of Louisville under like the worst cloud and all the they're not a tournament team. And I mean, you can't stop writing articles projecting no tournament Louisville and hammer Louisville, and then you still see our roster, the roster now and the roster coming in. It's still just they can go with anybody. Mm-hmm. Our roster can shoot with anybody.
Yeah.
And I mean shoot like go against anybody. With that being said, Steve, back to the basketball conversation.
Okay.
This is a critique about basketball on the University of Louisville's, on the court.
Okay.
This is my bat signal. This is my bat signal to the staff over here. 3-on-2, 2-on-1 fast break drills. We don't run them enough. I will not watch 3-on-2 breaks, 2-on-1 breaks not finish in alley-oops anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or dunks or easy layups.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody was mad at DeAndre Davis on that layup that he ended up blowing. And I saw that one and I said that wasn't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because we look clumsy on every 2-on-1 situation that we've had all year. And the fact that, and look, this is going back to me, when you say 2 points is 2 points and you say we got the bucket, and I say no.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that clumsy bucket is a screw up. That's a screw up. That's a score. You will not score on transition at a consistent basis if you don't run a fundamental fast break.
Mm-hmm.
Period. 3-on-2, you make the guy, you get to the middle, you make the guy stop the ball, you make the back guy make a decision, left or right. Somebody's getting dunked on.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get dunked on at this level.
Well, and that's what I was telling you on that play. Ellis knew that.
Yep.
And Ellis widened out perfectly, loaded up. He stuttered. He pointed at the rim. Like, I mean, I was watching it and I'm like, oh, that's about to be an oop. Hey, they're about to do this one. And
again, this is not Marcus Maben being unreasonable resume. I feel this way. No. Freedom Hall. Again, Freedom Hall. These are the same fans. If you're still alive to this day, these are the same fans that were in that gym watching every year. Listen, when the ball came off the rim to Reese on a long rebound, you could see every highlight that I've looked at mine. You know what I like the most? You can see an alley-oop the moment the long rebound happens.
Yeah.
You can see an alley-oop setting up. Like this fan base can see an alley-oop opportunity before the guys get across half court. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
you get a break, an outlet pass.
Sure.
And you're like, oh, this is going to be a dunk.
Yeah.
You can see it. And for us to like have to clutch and hold, just to hold our breath to even say, are we even going to get a layup at the basket?
Mm-hmm.
We are poor in transition. And that comes from a lack of repetition in transition, and real just transit. So we can't even capitalize on transition breaks, long rebounds, pushing the ball, without a principled, situation. Yeah. And that's one of those things like, coach, that one's on you. That one's on you. Not having a fast break principles, or you letting guys not execute the principles if you do have them, and not substituting based on that. Like like I said, I know coach likes guys to get in the rhythm and get lost in the game. This team's too deep for that. Team's too deep. There's not enough separation to get lost in the game. And the guys you trust to get lost in the game look lost.
Yeah.
Let me get to the phone line.
Yeah, they're lost on the court.
Yeah. Who's that?
Tino
the barber. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, to your point, Marcus, like you don't see, that first when whoever got the ball, that other dude, the dunk guy, if he ain't putting his hand down so he could be the first one down there to get his set of steps together to go get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And what it is really a race.
Yes.
Because normally you'll have two or three, have two people racing so they can beat the other guy down there to get that dunk. You're like, you know what I mean? You don't see that with this team. You see them, it looks like they're just trying to get some spacing and so they can get in position to score. They ain't racing to dunk. They're just not racing to dunk.
Yeah, they're racing.
They're
racing to get to the corner to get space, and it's like space for who?
Yeah.
Space for who? If Noah Locke, he does a good job of racing to the corner. You know what I'm saying? To get a look, but outside of, if he doesn't get that first look in the corner, like he's almost done for the possession.
Right.
Unless somebody else sets him up. Go ahead.
Right, but my call was for like. I think we are starting to see who's gonna go. Like, you know what I'm saying when I say who's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got L, you got Faulkner, I think Dre will go.
Yep.
Sam looked like he's about ready to go, and Malik's gonna go, and Curry's gonna go. So you got 6. Like, you know what I mean? That could be and then you rotate guys in. Like, you're going to have to play West. Like, you're going to have to play Noah Locke. You're going to have to play Matt Cross. But, like, if Matt Cross and Noah Locke ain't hitting threes, man, to me, and I know you disagree. You probably disagree with me, Steve, but Noah Locke can't play if he ain't hitting, man.
Oh, no, I don't disagree. I agree 100%. I think Noah Locke to me is.
Steve disagrees. Well, Steve and I disagree with you on Cross.
Yeah, I would disagree with Cross. Yeah.
He does other things help.
Well, I think he gets some backside stuff, steals and stuff like that, some rebounds there, but he really can't guard in the half court. But anyway, that's beside the point. I like Cross better than Locke. I'll give you that. So, but anyway, let's get it dwindled down to about a 8-man rotation, man. They're 6 or 9, but depending on depending on who's hot, man. But we're gonna have to find it out, man. We're gonna have to fix it real quick. And I said this morning on Drew. The best thing about this, our schedule is you still got about 10 games to figure it out. About 8 or 9 games to figure it out before you get into the crux of the schedule. Like, because, if you look at our next 6, 7 games, man, they're pretty weak. You can figure some stuff out. And you're going to have to go, you're going to have to let L do his thing, man, and just play, go with the mistakes. If he got some stuff to work on, man, just let him work through it, man. Because it's almost go time, man. Hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all for letting me talk, man.
Listen, appreciate the call. It's go time now. It's go time now.
Better be.
Yep. No, it's go time now.
You legitimately can't lose one of the next 4.
Here's the thing. I don't even want to get sucked into the numbers.
No,
game,
yeah.
You know, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because I mean,
You know?
you're getting there though because it's January 10th.
But here's the thing. I've seen this movie out of Malik and Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this movie. Inferior, you look, you get hope out of inferior. But here's the thing: Sydney, Gabe, Rose, energy, toughness. You know, like I say, Mason, my competitors, my athletes, they gotta play, coach. Like I said, your practice thing is getting you beat on the floor. Is making every game close.
Yeah.
Your trust in your practice consistency is getting you beat when, like I said, guys are comfortable in their confines of their practice. On the court, it's a different crew of guys that play with the desperation and the intensity that we need to be a great team.
Would you say, and I know we'll go to break in a second, but I want to finish with this one. I think Wednesday night, I usually don't give a crap who starts and stuff, but I think Coach Mack's got a couple jobs on Wednesday. He's got a couple jobs. One of them is to win the game. The other is to make sure that this fan base doesn't quit on you. And in my opinion, I think because if Wednesday, it's going to feel very Satterfield-ish. I'm sorry, you can get mad at me if you want for saying that, but it's like if we do it's the same players, same rotation. You grind out a win against NC State.
4 minutes. 4 minutes with Malik. And then you come, 4 minutes with Jalen in the corner and Malik. And then Sam. And then
I think there would be something too.
Jared
Mason, Ellis, Sam, Cross, Sydney, starting 5. Rose, first guy off the bench. Malik in,
you
kind
hate
of
Dre, don't you?
I always forget Dre.
We do that every single day.
Everyone forgot about Dre.
I think
still
Dre,
doing it.
I think Dre will be coming in with us at some point over the next few weeks or whatever, and I'm gonna have to just straight up apologize to that dude.
You're gonna forget his name always.
Yeah,
It's
who's
really
this?
nice to have.
Who's this guy?
Studio.
Yeah, am I being replaced? Who's this? But Dre,
Dre, we
obviously,
respect you. Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's like, no, but I think you see a different looking product, even if it's a close win. I can deal with that
because it matters.
It does.
It matters. The product matters. The energy level matters. Like I said, the speed, the pace of Malik and West versus, like I said, if West is not going to be effective going to the bat, like anybody can point and look, Jared West, you're an elite defender. You got to start taking the ball off of people.
Yeah, because you're not giving it much offensively.
Yeah.
So you need to be elite.
Right. Because it's like, okay, Jared, you don't get into the paint and kick it to wide open 3-point shooters because you're not a threat in the paint. It's my problem with Malik.
Yeah.
You're not a threat in the paint. Who's our threat in the paint? Noah Locke's not a threat in the paint. Matt Cross doesn't get to the paint. Sam doesn't have a first step like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're playing the lineup. The reason this lineup is chucking threes, I hear you, coach. You telling them to quit chucking threes.
Yeah.
These lineups don't have the ability to get to the basket. They don't.
Yeah.
At all. Malik, Jared West, Noah Locke, probably Matt Cross. Like I say, when he gets a big forward guarding him, maybe, in a broken situation. Jalen Withers, he cannot, with the wing guarding him, he cannot get to the basket. And we see that lineup out there a lot, Steve.
Yeah.
The only time we see Malik doing it is against inferior size matchups.
Yeah.
Grades are coming up next. Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville.
As the temperatures drop, college hoop season heats up in the Ville.
So I broke the microphone during that.
Game tickets. Catch the Cards live at the K. Key matchups including a Saturday showdown versus Duke in Coach K's final game in the Derby City, an ACC battle with North Carolina, and the regular season finale against Virginia. Purchase tickets online at gocards.com/tickets. That's gocards.com/tickets. L's up and go Cards.
It's the new year. That means change is here. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance. And in 2022, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
This is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby! They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta Milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantoni's this holiday season. Milantoni's, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
If you hear basketball is bouncing, that must be the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18-month special financing along with a 10-year parts and labor warranty when you buy a complete Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval. It might be chilly, but Union Restaurant and Game Yard is a great place to pregame or to watch your local college basketball teams just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is 4 seasons of fun, and games for kids and adults, featuring fire pits, 4 separate bar areas, and all type of interactive games inside and outside to go along with a creative food and drink menu. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is also a perfect place for your holiday party. Come on out to Union Restaurant and Game Yard just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana today.
At Pepsi, we know now more than ever we play a vital role in supporting our communities, and we're looking for top talent to join our team in Louisville, Kentucky. Our competitive benefits and employee perks and discounts start day one of hire. As a CDL driver for Pepsi, we guarantee you're home every night. If you're currently out of work, out of school, or looking to launch your career with the best in the beverage business, look no further than PepsiCo. We're hiring CDL Class A drivers, warehouse team members, and store merchandisers. Apply today at PepsiFrontlineCareers.com. That's PepsiFrontlineCareers.com.
I'm Doug Ball, owner of Great Balls of Fire. We're a local, family-owned fireplace store with over 20 years in service. If you need your Menneson gas logs cleaned and serviced, Vicky, my wife, Michael, my son, or Steve, my brother, can make them look new. If you need a new Majestic or Menneson gas log, my son-in-law, John, and his crew can do the entire job. Like I said, Great Balls of Fire is a family-owned business. Great Balls of Fire is located on Hurstbourne Parkway next to Shoe Carnival and across from Sam's Swole. Online at gbafire.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn, or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit their website, or just call and let Liquor Barn deliver whatever it is you need to stock the bar. And if it's your birthday month, make sure you visit their website for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you can get a chance to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn is proud to be the presenting sponsor once again of Ravens football on ESPN Louisville. So whether you're getting ready for the Ravens or your favorite team, have Liquor Barn bring the party to you. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
U of L Health's medical expertise, known around the world, is now in your community and more accessible than ever before. The power of U is now at more hospitals, more medical centers, and more physician practices, along with Brown Cancer Center and Fraser Rehab. all dedicated to making the impossible possible. That's the power of you. To learn more, visit ulhealth.org.
Erectile dysfunction. It's the subject no man wants to talk about. When it's game time, you want to know you'll be ready to perform at your peak. But too many men don't know where to turn. Medications, injections, surgery. Peak Performance for Men utilizes the most advanced form of non-invasive erectile dysfunction treatment available, known as focused linear compression therapy. No needles, surgeries, or harmful side effects. Get back in the game. Call Peak Performance for Men at 918-8181 or visit them at peakperformanceformen.com. That's peakperformanceformen.com.
The College Football National Championship, presented by AT&T.
I was made for this. 60 minutes of hell. I was made for this. And that's the way we like it.
Kirby Smart and third-ranked Georgia face #1 Alabama, who's looking to repeat as national champions.
It's not really about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get it.
Coverage begins tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680 and 105.7 and 8 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville.
Cowboys got the Nickelodeon game. It's funny you text that. It's funny you text that.
Is that a Melatonin's candidate?
That might be a candidate
That's a candidate.
because when I saw that, I saw CBS got Nickelodeon. I'm like, Cowboys, Nickelodeon. It's not a game you Nickelodeon up.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, it's like should have picked should have been the Bills and somebody Cowboys and the Niners. It's two of the most historic programs.
But that's why
in history.
That's why you picked them, though.
Yeah, but I'm like, these little punk kids don't understand that.
You secured the future fan base by.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, Cowboys Niners is. I mean that's elitist football. Thank you, Nick. But no, this is good.
Says those Nickelodeon games are always pretty good. Though.
Dropped 51.
Yeah, I was gonna say he don't want a good game though.
We dropped 51 the other night. Process, as soon as I walked in, Process was like, I'm not putting much stock into that.
Is that how he started his morning?
Yeah.
Didn't even say good morning. That
Yeah,
was just
I was like, look,
walked in.
Process. Hey, look, it's fine. Look, I get it. I would rest my guys too. I don't want them out here playing against
Nicky,
the Cowboys.
Turn that down, please.
Okay. I think you got yelled at.
I did.
No, it was.
Turn it off.
No, you know what? My tone has been off today. Like Green Bay Denny, my tone was off.
Yeah, like Denny was feeling himself. He was like,
yeah,
got the number 1 seed. They're gonna get beat.
I was
whatever.
gonna make a joke with Green Bay Denny, like, I can't believe you're not calling me saying congratulations on my Lions busting that Packer ass. But but I didn't mean it to say it like that either, Nikki. With you, I'll work on that.
It's okay.
I want to be passionate and spicy, but not.
You was passionate and mean.
Don't start doing that, Steve. See,
just ease up on the
no.
clutch.
You see what Steve is doing right now? Steve knows that I feel guilty when I feel like I bark at somebody, and then he starts putting the extra.
Right.
Yeah, you was pretty mean. Even if he thought I wasn't mean, he starts.
Like, God, dude.
Hey man, hey, you really hurt Nicky's feelings.
I know.
Like he's gonna call me around 2:00 and be like, man, you apologize to Nicky yet?
I know. Hey man, I don't know, but I bet Nick feels some type of way. Hey, should I paint the room when I go home? Do you paint the room when you bring a couple new additions to the house?
No.
When you add new additions to the house?
leave it how it is. Just
You're gonna be painting the room anyway.
I should
Hey, don't.
so here's the thing.
Here's why Marcus is so uncomfortable with this.
Here's the thing.
He's gonna be like, and then next week he's gonna be like, "Hey man, why don't you shoot me a picture over here? Let me see that."
hey, y'all want to go out to lunch?
I want me.
Y'all want to go out to lunch?
Hey, so we heading out? What are we doing?
Okay. Nikki, really quick.
Yes.
Jalen had his chance to put some hurting on Aaron Rodgers. He didn't take it. Should I be mad at him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay.
Answer, Nick. Blitz. Sorry, I'm just trying to
blitz up. Listen, blitz up the middle. Aaron Rodgers. Listen.
I mean, was there an opportunity?
Yes.
He had one. It wasn't like just one of those things that like nothing was falling his way.
Aaron got the ball off.
Right.
But his hands were on Aaron, and he could have took Aaron to the ground if he wanted to. But he put his body into it, but he kept his hands by his side, because you don't really, you don't touch Aaron.
Right.
And after that one time he got fined. You remember when he got fined for that helmet to helmet?
Who, Jalen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God,
He always finds himself in situations like that where somebody gets injured or breaks a leg or
there's a hit against,
knocked out.
Listen, Devontae Adams is kind of stumbling around going down to the ground.
Oh, no.
And Jalen runs over there, just extra hustle, super hustle guy, goes over there. Oh, God, we're not going to be able to do grades. Let's get the grades.
Right.
Every time he hit Devontae Adams, I got scared.
Because your phone would have immediately rang. Look, and I would have been like, well, Jalen got another body. Hustle. But seriously, guy that plays super hard usually is the guy that ends up in that situation.
I know.
Even though it's like,
because you're cleaning up. You're cleaning up the play. But he didn't do Aaron Rodgers.
And that's why he starts in the NFL. So
yeah, and he knew not to touch Aaron.
Yeah, that's a savvy move, actually.
Just I don't want you losing your job because you took Aaron out in a meeting.
You breathe on certain guys wrong. It's a penalty.
Okay, let's go. It's gonna be
real
angry.
fast.
Yeah.
Mill and Tony's, 1600 South Richmond Parkway. Lunch special, 12 to 2 every day, $5.99. They open for dinner at 5. Get some great Italian food. I'm Italian. My name ends in O. Enough said. Okay, here we go. Let's start with Dre Davis. Everyone forgot about Dre. He played 10 minutes, 1 of 2 shooting. Did knock down a 3-pointer. 2 defensive boards, and that's about it. Yeah,
I think Coach Mack yanked him prematurely, so I'm gonna give him an incomplete grade on that one. I think he had the potential to play pretty good.
I was just gonna go C because I think he was kind of average.
Okay,
I didn't love him, and I'm not rewriting it because I do remember us watching the game live, and we kind of felt like he wasn't quite getting into the game. Yeah, so, but minutes can do that. Yeah. So I'll go C.
Keep going.
All right, next up, Sidney Curry, sorry. 13 minutes played, 3 of 5 shooting, 2 offensive boards, 4 defensive, finished with 6 points.
13
minutes.
I gave Coach Mack an F for Sidney Curry.
Really?
F plus.
13 minutes.
You at least played him 13 minutes.
Is that the most he's played this year?
That's the problem, Nick.
That might be the issue.
That's his season high.
See?
That's fair.
He screamed at you.
Yeah, right? I'm so scared.
Hurry up with the next one, Nick.
Jalen Withers, 14 minutes played, 1 of 3.
Jalen Withers played more than Sidney Curry.
Yes, 1 minute more. Perfect from the charity stripe, though. 2 of 2. 4 boards, 3 defensive, 1 offensive. Finished with 4 points.
I think I'm going to start. I almost said something terrible.
See?
I'm going to tell you after the show what I almost said.
I'm just giving you C. I'll leave you alone.
Did it involve Haitians?
I'm going to leave you alone.
No. C, I'm going to go D+.
Yeah, just he don't deserve. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. He just
because here's the thing:
until
when Sidney gives you that ball, and you, like I said, you were losing that ball before anybody even slapped it away. Your toughness starts you out at a D.
Yeah, you got to dig your way out of this hole. Bro.
Yeah, D. Like you just being on the court, you got those numbers. It's like when we watched L. Ellis. You said it, Steve. L. Ellis boxed his guy out harder than anybody has ever blocked out, and had to be the one to
get the rebound. Yeah. Because it bounced twice.
Yeah, that's a drill, Steve.
Yeah.
That's a drill.
Yeah.
Where the coaches shoot the ball and they say the ball needs to bounce 2 times
before somebody
picks it up.
Yeah.
Go get the ball.
Yeah, like nobody come and grab that ball. And L. Ellis was like, he was boxing, he was looking at it, he was like, all right, well, God, because there was another guy coming for it. He's like, I'll get it. All right.
Next up, we'll
speed round it. Sorry, Nikki. We know.
No, you're good. You're good. L. Ellis, 23 minutes played, 5 of 12 shooting. Knocked down 2 3-pointers, 3 rebounds, 14 points, 3 assists, and a steal.
A-.
Yeah, I was gonna say B+ just because I was being a jerk. I didn't want to give anybody an A.
He had a good box out that
Yeah, he brought the attitude. He brought the whole competitive spirit.
Yeah, probably A would be good.
Yeah, he literally single-handedly brought the spirit of the game, saying, I'm not coming down here to Florida State to lose this game.
He's becoming what we all said at the beginning of the year, man. We said, look, for Louisville to reach any sort of potential, and what that potential is, I don't know, but it's with him as the guy. So,
all right, our boy Mason Faulkner, 27 minutes played, 2 of 4 shooting, knocked down a 3-pointer, almost perfect from the charity stripe, 7 of 8, 3 boards, 3 assists, a steal, finished with 12 points.
Man, B+. We're better with him in the game.
I got a
7 of 8.
7 of 8 from the charity.
Okay, I do him a disservice because I yell at him about his defense, And here's what I realized. I'm yelling at him on Coach Mac's behalf.
Yeah.
Like Marcus knows that
makes sense.
He's not the fleet of foot guy, but he's savvy enough to get the charge. He can bait you in the fouls, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So he's serviceable on defense. But I yell at him like Coach Mac wants you to get over the screen real fast and be, I don't want him to get pulled out of the game. So I grade him on kind of how Mac's grading him instead of how I would grade him.
You've been critical of his conditioning.
Yes.
You think he's getting his legs under him?
I hope so, but he needs to be in the best shape of the team for his own sake.
We need Mason though, man.
That's why I say, you got to listen, dude. You're gonna have to run more. I know you don't want to. You're gonna have to run more after practice.
Yeah, and if I'm moms, now look, moms and pops Faulkner are pretty basketball savvy, so they understand. But if I'm mom's side of it, I get where I would get where I'm like, wait a minute, L gets an A and Mason gets a B+, and it's like, yeah, but I expect. Yeah, Mason a little more, but Mason and L are becoming the backcourt.
Yeah,
and it's not close.
They need to run more sprints.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Mac, pick on them, make them run more suicide. Get them in better shape.
Yeah,
because you need them in ultimate shape.
Yeah, he did play 27 minutes, which was tied for that's the most.
Mason did.
Yeah, Mason played 27
and should
minutes.
play no less than 25 for the rest of the season, in my opinion.
If he's in shape. But if he's looking,
that's
slow.
how you get in shape.
All right, we gotta shoot through them real fast.
Okay.
All right, let's start.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go to the
Sorry,
starters.
we inconvenienced you.
Jared West, 13 minutes played,
F.
1 of 3 shooting.
F.
Okay, wow, damn,
Yeah.
2 points.
You let Mac down. Coach Mac let most guys down, but Jared West let Coach Mac down for the biggest disappointment out of the day.
Him and somebody else.
All right, I'm interested in your grade on this one, probably more than just about anybody. Sam Williamson, 23 minutes played, 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 7 from the charity stripe, 13 points, 7 boards, 4 on the offensive side.
He grew up, man.
I'll give him a B-.
I will too. I was going to go B. I thought he grew up. I liked psychologically what I saw from Sam this game more than I have his whole career.
His spirit bought in with the team.
Yep. Well done.
All right, Noah Locke, 24
F
minutes played,
minus.
2 of 6 shooting, 2 of 5 from behind the arc.
F
6
minus.
points. Wow,
he hurt the team.
Yeah, he literally hurt the team being out there.
F+
because you contributed. So the loss.
All right. Matt Cross, 2 of 9 shooting, 2 of 8 from behind the arc, 6 points, a steal and an assist, 4 rebounds.
C-.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say because you were average, but those missed threes, you deserve a minus.
Yeah. I mean,
but you still had enough to keep you out of DF category.
Yeah. You're just C- for that game.
Yeah.
All right. And wrapping up with Malik Williams, 27 minutes played, 2 of 6 shooting, missed 2 3-pointers, and had 7 boards, 1 offensive, and an assist. Finished with 4 points.
How many minutes?
27. Tied for the game high with Mason.
That's an F, man. That's an F. You failed. Mason, or I'm sorry, not Mason. Malik,
failed.
Noah, and West. You failed us the other night. You get Fs, in my opinion, because you looked like you didn't belong.
Mom's Faulkner says he learned to play defense from his dad.
His dad does got that look about him. You're like, hey, you look a little too good to play. You a good looking dude, man. Like, I don't know.
You might have been suspect on the
Yeah, playing defense, are you? No, I like what Mason's doing, man. Yeah, it's the tale of 2 threes.
Malik, Jared, and Noah failed.
And on the other end, I've got Mason, Sydney, and L. And right there, smack in the middle, I've got Dre, I've got Sam, and I've got Matt Cross. That's about where I'm at.
Rose, Sydney got to play basketball. You're going to need some impressive wins. You're going to need style of play wins. You're going to need impressive wins.
Do you agree with Brett Dawson? 14 is the number in the ACC. 14 wins in the ACC, and you punch your ticket.
You can ask Steve that. I'm not doing those numbers right now. I'm too caught up in basketball to do.
I think it's close.
Yeah,
probably.
Prognostications. Sorry, Nikki.
So mean.
Middays of Marcus Maven on 9 through 9 the Ville.